Welcome. The Shipping Cockpit in S/4HANA Extended Warehouse Management supports the shipping clerks in their daily activities such as building transportation units, assigning doors, managing the arrival, loading and departure of trucks, printing waybills and posting goods issues. It can be used to manage both inbound and outbound activities. In this video, we will focus on the outbound process. The views, information or opinions expressed are solely those of the individuals involved and not those of the individual's employer, or any other group or individual. Let us look at some of the benefits of using Shipping Cockpit in Extended Warehouse Management. It allows you to plan transportation units and assign deliveries to them efficiently. You can later orchestrate and execute warehouse operations according to the plan. Finally, you can monitor the progress of warehouse operations and take appropriate actions. As we soon will see, the Shipping Cockpit functionality can be divided into planning and execution. You create transportation units in the system during the planning and assign unplanned outbound deliveries to these. Once the carrier has agreed upon the planned arrival of the TU, you enter this information into the system. Then you check which staging area is to be used for staging the goods and assigns a staging area if one is not already assigned. Finally, you may decide to plan the door used for loading when the truck arrives and trigger the warehouse process with wave creation. In execution, you monitor the warehouse progress of the outbound delivery orders assigned to transportation units that are due to leave the warehouse in order to recognize potential delays. If a truck arrives, you post arrival at checkpoint and assigns a door. When the truck leaves, you post departure from door, goods issue and departure from checkpoint. We will now run a practical demo of the Shipping Cockpit functionality. In advance, several sales orders with subsequent delivery documents have been created. We will first utilize the Shipping Cockpit planning app to create the necessary transportation units and assign deliveries to them. During the course of our demo, we will also pay a couple of visits to dock appointment scheduling. The Shipping Cockpit execution app drives execution, and we will utilize an RF device to complete picking and loading. We will also briefly access the warehouse monitor through the Run Outbound Process app. Let us open the Shipping Cockpit planning app. We will search for all deliveries scheduled on a particular date. On the left part of the screen, we can see that 3 deliveries are due for delivery on this date. We mark one of the deliveries and push the Create TU and Assign Delivery button. On the TU, we will need to enter a carrier, the means of transport and the packaging material. We get a provisional date and time that we will revisit later. On the right-hand side, we can see that a new TU has been created and that our delivery has been assigned to it. For the next delivery, we will create a new and similar TU to the first one. The remaining delivery is assigned to the last TU. If we scroll a bit to the right in the window that contains the transportation units, we can see that the system can provide us with additional support, such as open capacity, if a definite capacity has been defined for the means of transport. From the moment the transportation units have been planned, they are also available in the Shipping Cockpit execution app. After launching the app, we search for transportation units with our given departure date. We expand the 2 TU entries and easily see which delivery is attached to each TU. Each column represents a process step towards completion and goods issue. We notice that waves for the deliveries are yet not created. We decide to do so and press the Create Wave button. With that done, waves have now been created in EWM, and the warehouse activities related to our deliveries, such as picking, can commence. So far, the 2 transportation units have had provisional dock appointments only. We will fix this and do so by utilizing the Maintain Loading Appointments app. After entering our docking location and pressing Go, we can see our 2 provisional appointments at the top of the list. We pick one of the provisional appointments, choose Continue. We add a loading point and pick our preferred time interval in the right-hand window. We repeat the process for the second transportation unit, and soon we are good to go. The Process Appointment app will be used to indicate the arrival of a truck into our yard. From now on, we will focus mainly on one of our transportation units only. We can see our 2 appointments on the list. We choose the first one and press the Arrival at Checkpoint button, indicating the related truck has arrived at the gates of our yard. We make a quick switch back to the shipping cockpit execution view, press refresh, and see that the arrival is also reflected here. Independently, activities in the warehouse will go on. As deliveries are picked, packed and staged, these changes will be reflected in the execution view. We refresh once more and see that one of the deliveries has been completed, making one of the transportation units partially completed. We are ready to pick our selected delivery and move our TU forward. Before we do so, we will briefly show you how you can find the warehouse order your delivery has been assigned to. You can do so using the Run Outbound Process app. We search for our delivery, drill down, click on Warehouse Tasks and dive into the Warehouse Monitor, displaying the connected warehouse order. We move on and use the RF device to pick our delivery. We pick by warehouse order. Create a picking handling unit. Confirm the picking. Eventually, we move it to the goods issue zone. After picking, we go back into the shipping cockpit execution app. When we refresh, we can see that pick, pack and stage has been completed for our delivery and that our TU is completed from that perspective. Since the truck is waiting in our yard, we use the cockpit to assign the appropriate loading door. When the truck is at the door, we can indicate that through the Arrival at Door button in the cockpit. Loading can now begin, and this can also be released from the cockpit. The loading itself will be performed on the RF device. We will load by reference to the TU. During loading, each handling unit will be confirmed. In our case, that is only one. When loading is completed, we will confirm completion on the handheld. The completion of the loading is instantly reflected in the shipping cockpit. When the cockpit refreshes, we can see that the loading is completed. We finalize the TU by closing it and let the truck departure from the door. If we want to, the goods issue can be triggered from the cockpit. As the truck leaves our premises, we press the Departure from Checkpoint button. Case closed. The functionality shown in this video is available in S/4HANA Extended Warehouse Management, Embedded and Decentralized. It is also available in Classic SAP Extended Warehouse Management 9.x. Let us recap some of the benefits of using Shipping Cockpit and Extended Warehouse Management. It allows you to plan transportation units and assign deliveries to them efficiently. You can later orchestrate and execute warehouse operations according to the plan. Finally, you can monitor the progress of warehouse operations and take appropriate actions. Thanks a lot for watching. Please comment, like and subscribe. More videos like this coming shortly. See you then.